everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watch movies.
Yeah, we sure do.
We sure do. So, somebody recently told Amazon that they don't have to just sell dog costumes and Halloween candy. They can get in on the horror movies. And so, Amazon Prime has a whole bunch of scary Halloween movies. There's even a Halloween section.
They do, and it's a very extensive section.
It is.
They have a lot of good, classic horror movies.
That's right. And there's a new section right now called Welcome to the Blumhouse. So at the moment, it has four releases in this category, all by producer Jason Blum. So we've already reviewed The Lie, so look up here if you didn't catch that one. It's a pretty good one. It's a remake from a German film, and it stars Joey King, so lots of people are looking at that one. And these next three we're going to talk about are all in the same category, is that they are all Blumhouse horror movies, but I would argue that none of them are actually really horror movies. So first let's talk about Evil Eye. Evil Eye by directors Ilan and Rajiv Dasani, starring Sarita Choudhury and Sunita Mani as mother and daughter. So Usha is the mother, she is in India. Pallavi is the daughter, she is in New Orleans. The mother is a little bit stressed because there are not a lot of Indian men in New Orleans.
There are not.
And this is the subject of every phone call, and they talk on the phone every single day. Mother and daughter. And the mother just, every day, are you married yet? Did you meet somebody? This is, Pallavi will not be a good daughter until she is a married daughter.
She's going to have to move to Houston.
It's very multicultural. They like to tell you that.
At the airport.
That's right.
On the rental car shuttle.
On the shuttle, yeah. We see that video so much.
Every year we go to South by Southwest.
That's right. So yeah, they talk about this ceaselessly. And so I think poor Pallavi gets the message that it's just easier to say yes to her mother than to keep arguing this every day. And so she agrees to another fix-up. I have never been set up by my mother, Sean.
I have never been set up by my mother either.
Or my mother.
Or your mother. That would be unusual.
Yeah, but not that unusual. My mom likes you better than she likes me, so she might want to keep you in the family.
That wouldn't actually work.
Well, if she sets you up with one of my other sisters, hello. I have a few.
Ooh. Well, that's just going to be a whole thing of breaking up another marriage.
Weird shuttling around. Yes, it's going to be tough, but hey, sometimes sacrifices must be made. And poor Pallavi is going to make a sacrifice. So she agrees to go on a blind date with a guy. They're meeting at a coffee shop. She gets there. There's a cute guy sitting in there. Is it her guy? Of course not. And so she's sitting there, kind of feeling like she's been stood up because many minutes have gone by. And lucky for her, the cute guy, Sandeep, starts flirting with her. Even though she is upfront that she's waiting for someone, he agrees he'll just wait with her. And an hour later, the guy never showed up, so they take off together. So actually, this new relationship is going pretty well, and she's a little hesitant to tell her mom because she just knows her mom is gonna flip out and be so happy and over the top and ready to marry her daughter off, which she has been for 10 years. Because, I don't think I mentioned that Pallavi is minutes away from turning 29, which is
that's old.
Scandalously old maid territory. Not to Pallavi. She doesn't even care if she gets married, but clearly it is so important to her mother. So finally, when she's ready to tell her mother about Sandeep, her mother reacts in a weirdly cool way. Now you think this woman will be over the top happy about the development, and she is not. And let me tell you why. Because she believes Sandeep is the reincarnated soul of a past abusive boyfriend. So,
problematic.
It's problematic. Usha is really into like superstition. She consults an astrologer all the time. But let's remember, she's also all the way in India, and whatever concern she has for her daughter, that's a long way to be away from someone. And you really feel that because Pallavi feels like when her mother's mental health is crumbling, that's a long way for her to be away from her. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, and it's kind of a sad thing for both of them, I think. I really liked Evil Eye. It is more of a thriller than a horror movie. It's got obviously a supernatural element, but not,
Not in
weird
a haunted house way.
No, she's into astrology. Even though this is supposed to be a very auspicious match, nothing really is convincing her. So I enjoyed this one, I have to say. It is not great, but it is quite good. And the acting actually goes a long way to selling this. It's a really good mother-daughter movie, a thriller, not quite a horror movie. Also, probably not quite a horror movie, Nocturn.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. So, female director here, Zu Quirk. Sydney Sweeney and Madison Eisman star as twins. So, Vivian is the slightly older and quite a bit more talented twin, at least according to their parents, who are pretty ungenerous with their appraisal. Yeah. So both of them, they're like seniors in high school, but they're at a special academy for the arts, where they're both classical pianists. Which I think is weird that they both are playing the same instrument and doing the same thing.
It makes them super competitive.
It is. That is really tough to have your biggest competitor live in your house.
Yeah. Because even if they played the same other instrument, there's probably room for both of them in the band.
Yes.
But not as a piano. There's only one of you.
Tough one. So, Vivian has recently been accepted to Juilliard. Juliet has recently been not accepted to Juilliard. So it's a tough time between them. It's always very tough to be that clear about who is the better sister. Yeah. And Vivian is also more outgoing, she's more social, she has a boyfriend and friends, and Juliet is just kind of quiet and mousy. But we are meeting them at a time where they're just getting back to school because there was a suicide on campus. And by actually their class's most talented musician, who had just won the big showcase spotlight number and then jumped to her death. So now it's up for grabs. It is now up for grabs. Vivian is largely believed to be number 2 in the class, now number 1. But Juliet is going to compete against her, and she has found a notebook from the dead girl that she thinks is giving her a lot of confidence, because the notebook has, again, a supernatural element to it almost. It has scribblings, it has pictures. Pictures.
Devil-worshipping pictures.
Okay. That she thinks are basically telling her future.
Yeah.
And that they're coming true. And so it's almost like she's made a deal with the devil. And perhaps the dead girl did too. But at any rate, something is working, and she is playing better than ever. And oddly, that's not helping her relationship with her sister.
No. Well, Vivian is not happy about losing some of these things to her inferior sister.
That's right. Stay down, Juliet. So that's Nocturne. The third one is called Black Box. It is by director Emmanuel Osei Akufor, and it stars Mamadou Ati, Felicia Rashad, and Amanda Christine as the very cute little Ava. So Mamadou Ati plays Nolan, a guy who has recently been an accident victim, has had some major trauma. His wife died in the accident, so he lost her, but he also lost his memory. Which I think makes it weird that he does have his daughter in his care.
It is very weird. Yeah, because
his
it's
very
just
young
the two
daughter.
of them.
It's just the two of them, and she is basically taking care of him.
And she is like 6?
She's
7?
very
She's
little.
very young.
Yeah. So he is going to a new treatment to try to regenerate some of his memories. So Felicia Rashad plays Dr. Lillian, who has this new therapy, the black box, which basically is almost like
VR
hypnosis.
helmet.
Yeah. To help, I guess, regress him into his memories and see if she can recover them. But as he starts that, weird stuff starts happening. I mean, certainly the memories that he is uncovering are unclear, but also kind of threatening to him.
Yeah,
which
people
is
have
not
no
a good
faces. There's creepy stuff going on.
Yeah, kind of reminded me of Inception, because remember in Inception, like the dream would start being hostile towards you because
that's
they
right.
know
They know you're an
foreign.
intruder.
Yeah. So it almost felt a little bit like that. But yeah, so he's kind of, even though this is supposed to be helping him, at the same time it's making him fall apart a little bit, because he may be recovering memories, but he's also feeling even more confused and mixed up about stuff.
Because he can't sort it together.
That's right. And so he's being even worse of a caretaker to his daughter. Although, thank goodness, he has a very nice, handsome
friend,
single
doctor friend,
who just is available for babysitting. There's not a
it's
lot
crazy.
of like single men who you can just drop your kid off and he's like, all right, we'll hang out.
But that's what he does.
So, very nice friend there. I liked him a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I love Mamadou Ati. I'm glad
he's
to see
really
him.
good.
It's nice to see Felicia Rashad so much lately.
It is.
So I enjoyed this one as well. Again, not a horror movie.
No, it's not. It's really got a Black Mirror vibe.
Yes, that's a
Just
good...
maybe a little bit longer than your typical episode, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a good story, and it's see where it goes. But you're right, it's not really a horror movie.
No, I think none of these are horror movies. There's 4 movies in this umbrella of the Blumhouse, welcome to the Blumhouse horror movies. None of them are really horror, which is great for me since I'm a chicken. So we had to watch Scream 2 just to make everything copacetic again. Yeah. But anyways, they all are okay movies. None of them are super great, but I think they're all worth a watch. Maybe not like rush to it. They're going to be there for a while, not just for Halloween. So check them out at your leisure, I guess, and if they pique your interest. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.